Something like that. Turn my volume down a bit. p full screen. Let's go 100. Let's go ultra. Medium on shadows. See how it goes with the anti-aliasing off. No motion blur. VSync off. 120 FPS.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
Let's lower the head bulb. Sensitivity.
Sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city. What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do. sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
Did it. What's next?
Don't like toggle to sprint.
If only I could spend every day running and jumping. Now to test my agility.
Come to me. You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady. I want you to sneak up on me, if you can. That's my girl. Don't let me hear you or see you.
Didn't see anything at all.
Use cover to stay out of sight.
In the words of Corvo Attano, hidden like a secret, quiet as the sunset.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building.
Oops.
Your crossbow is quiet.
What am I hitting?
Perfect shot. Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit hard. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Good. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance. Block with your blade. Come on. You're quick. Smart move. That'd stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
When enemies are balance, continue. Let's see.
When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack. Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Why would you allow someone to bring these machines
Amazing.
into
What is
palace?
this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little Sparrow, blackened by bad memories. I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Sword can't still my heart.
Play as Emily or play as Corvo. I don't know. Let's play as Emily.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, and I'll bring her to Coldman prison until her trial. My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
That's good to know.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
I'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
So that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here. These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
How long's it going to take, Captain Ramsey?
Hold your horses, Corporal Dial. Ramsey knows what he's doing. The man's moving up in the world. He's old blood, one of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful Empress take the throne, the Ramseys are going to be back in fashion in Dunwall. You'd be smart to remember that.
Damn it, I need to pee.
Let's get our health back up.
We used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad. I thought life was complicated back then.
Why can you use that?
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think.
Still nothing.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Let's turn the sensitivity back a little.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible? No time for that now.
Lady Emily, you're all right. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye. I need my signet ring.
Nothing yet. Captain Mayhem, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Foster. Lean around corners to pick an enemy's situation. By holding QE you can lean around corners, by holding Alt you can peek over cover. Okay. That's the key to my dorm room. Let's put him in the bathtub.
Traitors.
Crown Killer strikes again. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Coldwin has met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare to criticize the throne?
With the throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting.
Eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. Mortimer Ramsey could be locked inside the safe room, which contains rations and water. Secret passageway. There's a secret passage in the royal chambers that leads to the streets, but you need your ring to open it. New captain. A new captain who goes by the name of Megan Foster arrived in Dunwall. She's looking for Corvo Otano. Maybe she can help you. And that's another question. Do I kill or knock out?
Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Ramsey's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's my fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsey is too dangerous to be left in play.
No use hiding. I know the tower as well as you do.
Do they know I'm here?
Come on! Let's finish this!
Senseless slaughter.
I hope they accept my transfer. I've got to get over to one of the other districts.
Show yourself!
Something moved. Pretty sure of it.
I'm hungry.
Watch over me. Grant me the strength I need.
Stand my own stench.
I wonder what I'm dealing with.
Getting so one can't even breathe no more.
Look like, I don't know, but I saw something.
Oh shit.
What was that?
I wonder who that was. Keep your eyes peeled.
Huh? That sounded like broken glass.
Will he leave that room to investigate?
Get out your guard, all right, boys?
This might be an opportunity.
Your reign is over, Your Majesty.
Okay, I guess I'm killing
Goodbye, you
everyone.
entitled bastard. This won't leave my hand again. Anton Sokolov made this lock. I spent so many nights in here after the rat plague.
It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under the carriage wheels of some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothing? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many have before, that they were in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place where we share? In the farthest reaches of our minds, the realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home, the void. These little glimpses of the void in dreams, or described by those awoken from comas, are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth, or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it, and we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon, to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond? The clouds of weightless silver gas, and what things we would learn. Bullets. Letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night, and the only chance I get to see you with your hair or whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your empress face. It makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morley, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter as per your royal protector functions, know that I am joking. I'm perfectly aware that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care, my daring Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Wyman. His parents were old at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city when Corvo was still young. Around that time, his only sibling, a firstborn sister, moved away to Morley, and the family subsequently lost all contact with her. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnaca when he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. The spectators from all over the Serkonos were thrilled to see someone so young and striking, from a working-class family, advance through duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. This unexpected outcome secured Corvo a junior officer ranking in the Grand Serkonan Guard. As a soldier, he was involved in a number of conflicts against organized criminal groups, rogue city-states within Serkonos, and pirate bands along the chain of islands radiating east from Serkonos. Sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Serkonos, then Theodanis Abel, father of Luca Abel, Corvo was assigned to serve the Emperor in Dunwall as a diplomatic gift. His Serkonan heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old-world mystery. A few months after he moved to Dunwall, it is recorded that Corvo received word from his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure. Creepy. In an act of rebellion, young Jessamine Coldwin chose Corvo as her royal protector when Corvo was 19 and she was 12. He served her loyally as a bodyguard, courier, and some say spy, before and after she was crowned empress. Though it was scandalous gossip at the time, it said they began a love affair around 1823, when Jessamine was 18 and Corvo 25. The next chapter of Atano's life is like something out of a legend. During the time of the Rat Plague, when the Empress fell, Corvo was accused of regicide and sentenced for execution. He was thrown into a Coleridge prison and publicly reviled. He escaped, and as part of a small conspiracy dedicated to throwing down the tyrannical Lord Regent, Corvo struck back at the people who killed the Empress and who wronged him. As the Lord Regent fell, the loyalist conspiracy turned on Corvo, poisoning him. Surviving through some inner resilience, he located the true assassin of the Empress and fought his way out of the flooded district. Corvo eventually cornered the last of the loyalists on King Sparrow Island at the Burrows Lighthouse and rescued Emily Coldwin, heir to the throne.
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. This could be handy.
Though.
I better take these. I have a feeling I'll need these. Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. Out of Dunwall.
To the streets.
I've got to get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Escape Dunwall. Reach the streets. Megan's foster ship is just off the docks and represents your best hope for escape.
What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
Whoopsie.
Who's coming from here? Let's see. Shit! What was that?
Drop down. Drop down onto an enemy from above to avoid taking damage from a fall. Press left click just before landing to perform a drop assassination, or press control to perform a non-lethal takedown.
Careful! We're sitting ducks here. That's how it's called with.
Damn it. Let's try that again.
You're dead! Oh, you little shit!
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, we've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
I'm actually building one at the moment from Danyan. Just that graphics card prices are really expensive right now. Just waiting on a good deal. Oh no!
That's Emily Coldwin! He's wounded! No! Get away! No! Damn it!
Let's redo that.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily
The city is
Coldwin.
crawling with the Duke's men.
We've got to find her. That's it, we've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Ah.
The former Empress, Emily Coldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason. He says, "That's Emily Coldwin!"
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. You've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Go this way.
Everyone's gotta die, yeah. But please, not today. The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason.
Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin,
Don't make me search for this place. I don't have time for that.
you're done!
This can't take long.
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
Road is not in the mood.
Take this!
Show yourself.
Knock your turf!
Show yourself.
Hey, who is? He won't go far! Here and fight, coward! Who's there? The Empress. You know what to do. She's wounded! Let's finish her!
She's dead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm happy to build you a computer, man, if you got
The
like a
city is
budget.
crawling with the Duke's
in mind.
men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled this. Who's running around?
Okay, let's do it again.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. We've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Okay, he's gone.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Today, Delilah Caldwin is our
Come
new
on.
Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes.
Right here.
You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Imagine that? No, I'm sure. I swear I saw someone.
I wonder who that was. You aren't going anywhere. No! Damn it!
I just need to get
I'm not in the mood.
like as
Show
far as here
yourself.
without getting spotted.
Covering your face. My ass will be that sadistic crown killer.
Let's go again. Yeah, I don't touch my PlayStation. There's a couple of games on it, but I just can't be bothered.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. Odd times. Hard times. Gotta be on the lookout. Should've listened to Mom and become a hairdresser. Think something moved. That's Emily Coldwin!
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
I'll check around here.
Today on this sad anniversary.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today.
Wonder who that was.
What's going on here? I don't want to die.
Let's have a look.
No! Damn it! Take your club. Like this! Let's finish her! You're dead! You finally know you're a
search with you. What was that?
This is tough. Because she doesn't have any powers yet. At least in the first game, it was easier to sneak around
the Duke's men.
with Corvo's teleporting.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. Everyone's gotta die, yeah. But please, not today.
I wonder if you can get on the train, whatever you'd call that.
Should have listened to Mom and become a hairdresser. The former Empress, That's Emily Coldwin!
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
That's Emily Coldwin! No! Damn it! You aren't going anywhere! Quiet. Take this!
Let's see
You
if there's
ready?
any episode.
You think you're clever, huh? of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
Look, Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest. What I get? A sock. One useless sock.
Just once I'd like to see her buy the drinks. Just one.
Citizens of
Is that too
Dunwall,
much to
listen
ask?
up. For the sake of your family, turn over all information concerning Emily Caldwin
100 times
and
I thought
Corvo
about leaving
Atano,
this place.
wanted for murder and treason.
So it's a coup. The Caldwins. Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later, then.
She wants that apartment.
Somebody's seen something.
No matter what you
Now
do.
we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
I can't do anything for you.
Tonight. You
You
in?
better run.
Got a guard.
What happened here?
I'm not in the mood.
Did you hear that?
What's going on here?
Who is fooling around?
Hey, you know what to do.
She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Shit! Better search the office.
Where are you hiding, coward?
What? Somebody's not feeling well.
Come on. Won't hurt you.
Hey, coward! Come fight face to face!
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked. What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I don't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
It's a guard.
People of Dunwall, aiding a fugitive is now punishable by death. Aid the City Watch in this time of transition.
Can I just swim over?
Is there any chance I could slip past all these uniformed... Lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hostiles killed, 8, civilians, 0. Stealth, 8 detected, 10 detections. Pretty bad.
Am I still aboard Megan's ship? It feels odd.
Why is my door blocked?
What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I'm a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a killer in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But Delilah and the Duke are flies in the ointment, aren't they? How many of your own subjects are you ready to slaughter? And what are you willing to become? 15 years ago, I asked Corvo that last question. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn, Emily.
Burns.
That's interesting, so you can play through without any powers at all.
I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. Corvo mentioned being here once.
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes. The heart will begin to beat and glow when you are facing a bone charm or rune and will beat faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press right click at particular locations or while looking at a person.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky. You shouldn't be here. No one should. Years. Few have seen this place. 3 were empresses.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
Delilah slit a man's throat for a pair of shoes and painted some of the most brilliant portraits of the age, all in the same year. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes sycophants of those around her. All of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game, and now she's an empress. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is more off-kilter than I imagined. Everything has been turned inside out, but I'm not gonna stop fighting until it makes sense again. Karnaka's the southernmost port in the Empire, once proud but fallen into disarray. Under the new Duke, the Grand Serkonan Guard has gotten increasingly oppressive. Beatings and firing squads. The Bloodflies are said to be worse than ever. This is the birthplace of my father. Megan Foster keeps to herself, like she's hiding something. But she helped me escape Dunwall, and for now, I need a place to stay out of sight. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back, even if I have to burn this city to the ground.
We're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rodshaw. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand. using sheets and hiding an old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Come on, Emily, you promised to be more serious and listen at court. And you're already planning your next escape. Let's start the story again. Proposal for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. Okay. It's not what you used to, living in a palace, but this is all the corn I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what, now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you if you need it modified. Those shops can help with that as well. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room. When he was taken, it's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. As a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and look the other way, feast to those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the plane. Is that a mission?
Jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
It's really cool. Anton, your idea of improving the head gasket sealing with a guano coating is the worst you've ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Tivian spices. I left it in the galley. Anton, where are you, old fool? I hope nobody hurt you. I'll find you. I swear I'll miss you.
They're working. You're up. When...
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Adermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Adermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it and was so bristled when I enumerated the various areas. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandesian continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass, as if Pandysia were but a few days' journey from Aaron. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandysia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. And these were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition. So it was on the third day of the month of Earth, under calm grey skies, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers and myself. 38 of us for what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Probably shouldn't have done that.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never... Can take part in any further
I'll always miss
political...
my lessons with Anton Sokolov.
I've done my
He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Okay.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
I'd take you to Addermire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Addermire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Addermire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger. No need to cover your face. There's not much dust from the mines down here at the docks.
That's Addermire in the distance. Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind. The way the ocean shimmers. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, sure, shimmering. Looks like a bug.
I got 4 mouths to feed. Not that it's any of your business.
No, it's not on the register. Maybe
So
one
many
of
people
the
trying to get away
recent
from Karnaca
orders from war.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board.
Dust everywhere. Your face is covered.
Give the crew time.
Grand Guard won't like that.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you?
See anything?
What is wrong with this city?
First I'll yell, then I'll run. You know, warn the others. Don't pick any fights you can't finish. So many people trying to get away from Karnaca now.
We're playing dice tonight. Are you in?
Money here.
Wouldn't miss that.
Not this time.
Pacifics are a bad
Fellow
enough.
Zirconians,
Now I have to be on the lookout for
I
some
have the following announcement.
Last week, one of the glass blowers got murdered by the Howlers. No one is safe.
Conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, and carried out by the former
I should
Royal
get a
Protector,
longer break. On account of my bad feet, I should be able to complain to someone.
and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance is mandatory.
Shit, there's rings everywhere.
Yes. There is more here than corruption and pain. An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry? I need a nap. Nothing that tickles your fancy.
Let's leave that for now.
Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall line.
How long, my dearest? How long must I endure in this shadow state?
Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Lento, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash blood flies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now and the Duke cancelled the funding, so we get rid of the nest by hand. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. If you need to slip past the blood fly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly or they'll attack. When the blood flies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. If you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight. Smash the blood flies or burn them, same for the nests. A blood fly swarm will keep coming back until you destroy the nest for that swarm. That's really all you need to know. You'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any blood amber in a nest, just keep it as a bonus. Just make sure the Grain Guard doesn't see it, or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever.
It's infested, all right. Move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with blood fly venom and eggs.
And another way to get past the wall of light.
I see Karnaca falling into darkness, hate, and corruption. If only it were not so. being hunted by half the people in the Empire. Part of me is excited about what happens if they find me.
Most hated neighbors. You forced me out of our home and you barricaded Luciano inside, treating him like a diseased animal. Yes, he was stung by blood flies, but he's as healthy as a shark. And when he recovers, he'll make you regret this. I've sent the children to my mother's home, but I'm staying here. Say whatever you want, I'm not leaving him. Barricade me inside as well. If you're so scared, you can all go to the void. Black market shop key. Day 1. My plans are underway sooner than expected. Yesterday evening I stumbled upon the corpse of a hound in the street. The blood flies had only found it a day or so earlier, I estimate, and I was able to extract intact blood fly larvae from it. I'm keeping them warm under a nice side of mutton. Day 2. Success. 2 of my samples have hatched overnight, which was sooner than I could have anticipated. They're both active and get quite agitated when I draw near. Day 7. I didn't think it was possible, but they've almost quadrupled. They've almost quadrupled in size from when I found them. Still no nest, which puts a fair large dent in my hopes for blood amber extraction. maintainer who don't come back to the shop. I'll find a new assistant, one who doesn't feel the need to discuss the political validity of the taxes with the Grain Guard when they come to collect their protection money. By the way, the extra fee they requested will be retained from your last wages. Bring me back the shop key and make sure I don't ever see your face again. Alright, let's take the shop key back.
To clean a few things. Honestly, why do I pay for a house full of servants when they don't do anything?
Hello?
What's going on? What?
Come on. Give me a minute of your time.
Fellow Serkonans, let us rejoice at the crowning of our new Empress Delilah Caldwin I and the eminent arrival.
Don't be greedy, friend. Oh, you're kind. Thank you. Let's hope you never need help.
Following the Duke's return to Karnaca, all official government activity will be put on hold as the Duke recovers from his travels, and additional tariffs will be levied against foot traffic near the Grand Palace.
Come in, my friend. I like how you spend. Can't afford them?
What do I do with the black market key? Key to the black market shop's back door.
My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
What do you think you're doing? My eyes.
Okay, I can just rob the place.
There's a basement nobody uses. Yeah, step back now. Get lost.
Pardon the smell. I ate something off.
You miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you get me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through. Couldn't stop him. Huh. I think I spotted someone suspicious.
This year's bloodfly concern is the most severe in recent memory. If you encounter a nest...
Well, I'm gonna leave it there and pick it up next time. Alright. Just quick save.
Holy shit!
And goodbye.